Well, let's start down here at don't burn bridges. I have an example that happened here recently where a deal has gone absolutely bonkers. Okay, so we've got a purchase that's happening over here. We got a sale of our house that's happening over here. We are in the middle, right? We're buying and we're selling, and we're causing all the problems. Maybe it's not us as an agent necessarily, but it's our lender for the buy, it's our title company for the sell, it's whatever. Like, really the sale of the property wasn't a huge deal, but our purchase has been terrible. But the sale's not going to happen unless there's somewhere for this lady to go, right? So we have been causing all kinds of problem. Our hub, us as the hub, has been causing this issue to buy this next house. Super bad lender, like bonkers bad. I mean, he's asked for documents, got them, asked for them again. Like, we're trying to close. We should have closed at this point a week and a half ago. And he's still asking for like basic, like documents, like a W-2. I mean, like craziness. So here's what my challenge was to the agent. Because, you know, they're getting up in arms, they're getting mad, and rightly so. They're getting frustrated. This is dumb. It makes us look bad. It makes our client look bad. It's screwing with everybody's timelines. And here's the thing. All that agent wants to do right now is go yell at the lender, leave nasty voicemails, write, you know, snooty little remarks and emails. My question is that going to help the process right now for our client? 100% no. I've got heads shaking over here. 100% no. If you write that email, if you leave that voicemail, is there a chance that that server is going to go spit in your food? Yeah, I just use a metaphor or an analogy or something. Like, it's literally the same thing. You always have a decision when you're out to eat and your food's wrong, how you're going to handle it, right? If you handle it like a turd ball, do you really think you're going to get the service you deserve? No, you're not. You're not going to get the service you deserve. You're going to get spit in your food. If you do the same thing in the lender world or the title company world or the whatever, like, don't burn these bridges. And if you want to write that nasty email later and you just can't stop it and you want to turn them into their supervisor or the Better Business Bureau or whatever, awesome. Not awesome. Try not to do that. Let it roll off your back. Move on. You're going to make mistakes and you're going to want somebody else to treat you the same way. But if you need to, do it after the deal's done. Don't do it in the middle of this transaction, because that is not going to help your client, okay? So don't burn bridges. Here's a rule I have personally. I don't argue with agents. Why? Anybody know why? Feel free to answer out loud. Why wouldn't I argue with a real estate agent? Like, really argue with them?
Like in the middle of a transaction?
Sure. Yeah, in the middle of the transaction. Well, it doesn't really matter when. Yeah, but in the middle of a transaction. Why would I, if me and Patrick are on the opposite sides of a deal, he's got a buyer, I've got a seller, and we operate differently. Maybe his client wants to stay 3 weeks longer than they're supposed to, and they don't want to pay, and our client wants him to pay because we've agreed that they're going to get out at closing. Why would I not get like mad at Patrick? Why would I not fight with Patrick about this? Anybody?
It's not his fault.
Exactly. She said it's not his fault. Could he be counseling his clients? Absolutely. But when you're dealing with a transaction, who's against who here? Buyer and seller. Yes, we're their advocates. Yes, we fight for them. But for me to get mad at Patrick, what that does is that puts a wall up, and now him and I can't kind of moderate the deal well, potentially, because now he's got a grudge against me because he can't keep his emotions under control. And now he's going to hold that against me, which is now going to hurt my clients again. So it's a constant manipulation of emotions and personalities and conversations to where you're getting what you need for your clients and not hurting them by being a child, okay? So make sure that you're not putting yourself in those situations where you are burning bridges, where you're making somebody mad, where you're causing the server to spit in your food in the middle of this transaction. Patrick just mentioned one earlier to us. He's, where he's like, this lender was terrible. This is not, I'm not talking about the deal I was just talking about. This is a different one. Lender was terrible. Whole thing fell apart. As much as I want to yell at that lender, the reality is I need him to very nicely and expediently transfer an FHA appraisal over. And if I go after him, there's a chance he's going to sit on his hands and not send that appraisal and just delay everything and screw everything up. But what else are you going to do? You going to sue him? Well, sure, great, sue him. Your client's going to really probably have to do it. And how long is that going to take? You're still not going to close your next house. So you just got to play nice, send thank you cards, whatever you need to do, get them on your good side, get them to do what you need to do, then whack them later if you absolutely have to, okay? Any questions on that stuff? Any thoughts, ideas? That's a huge one. You're gonna have agents fighting with you. They're gonna try and stir stuff up. They just don't have the intellectual capacity and the emotional control to just like stay chill, folks. Like, you are the calm amid the storm. You have to be. Your clients are emotional. They're putting money out. Like, there's a lot going on for them. And for us, since it's not about the money anyway, right? Our thing is we take care of enough people, the money will take care of itself. So it's not about that for us. So I want you guys to make sure that you're always, you being the calm in the midst of the storm. That's key, okay? Anyway, so that's it. Don't burn bridges. It'll kill you.